Hello and welcome back to my vlog, where I'll take you on an incredible journey through northern Pakistan during the autumn of 2023. It was a 12-day adventure with stunning landscapes, rich history, and unforgettable experiences. In my vlog part 6, we will cover Altit Fort and Hoppervalley on day 8 and return to the Famree resort, Attabad for the second night. Let's dive right in. Altit Fort is an ancient fort in the Altit town in the Hunza valley in Gilgit, Baltistan. It was originally home to the hereditary rulers of the Hunza state, who carried the title of Mir, although they moved to the somewhat younger Altit Fort nearby 3 centuries later. Altit Fort, and in particular the Shikari Tower, is around 1,100 years old, which makes it the oldest monument in the Gilgit Baltistan. The fort has received the UNESCO Asia Pacific Heritage Award for Cultural Heritage Conservation in 2011. Hailing from one of the world's oldest cities, we have always been fascinated by the rural lifestyle and topographical features of Pakistan's northern area.
Assalamualaikum. How are you?
I'm fine.
Oh, I'm good. From Malaysia.
From Malaysia.
In central Hunza, the 1,100-year-old Altit Fort and 700-year-old Altit Fort are some of the region's oldest standing monuments and evidence of the valley's feudal regime. The fort served as home to the Mir until 1945. The strong cultural values, and the connection that the natives feel with their history are something we lack in the cities. So struck we were by this phenomenon that I decided to make a journey to the Valley of Paradise. We weren't that impressed with the main fort, but the area around Altit Fort and the bazaar was fascinating. We had food and drink there while viewing, fascinated with panorama view of beautiful mountain peaks and glaciers. Then, we roamed around the small streets and fruits garden. The locals were all sitting under shady trees, and the kids were playing in the water. It is a lovely place to roam around. It was an amazing experience to walk into the streets of old settlements around the fort.
ये देख शम्सो कमर को ज़वाल होता है ये देख शम्सो कमर को ज़वाल होता है जहाने हुस्न के खुर्शीद को ज़वाल।
Our next destination place is called Hoppervalley. Hoppervalley is located in the district Nagar Valley in district Hunza Nagar, Gilgit Baltistan. Hoppervalley is a home to villages around a natural land bowl at a bend of Altar or Baltar Glacier, also known as Hopper Glacier. On the opposite side of Hopper, the White Baltar or Altar is joined with Babusar Glacier. All 3 sides of the valley are covered by Hopper Glacier. The Hopper Valley is around 10 kilometers away from Nagar Khas, the core city of the Nagar Valley. Hopper is one of the most scenic lush green valleys of district Nagar. Hopper Valley is the land of the Spantic Peak and Hopper glaciers. Hopper is also home to 5 villages, namely Baroshal, Hakalshal, Shahsoshal, Ratal, and Holshal. Additionally, it is mentioned in the history books about Gilgit is that the human population of Gilgit originated from Baroshal. Moreover, It is also possible to trek from Hopper to Skardu. Also, the Rush Lake is the most attractive tourist destination in the valley. The valley is considered as the base camp for trekkers. Further trekking leads to the high glacier peaks known as the Hispar-Muster. The Hopper village begins from Sapultaha Glacier Stream and ends at Glacier Viewpoint in Holshall. After this point you can start trekking. There are also a couple of restaurants and motels. The people of the valley are native Burushaski speakers, which has always been a mystery for linguists. There are 3 glaciers in the Hopper. First, Hopper Glacier has an altitude of 8,000 feet, 2,438 meters, and the nearest town is the Hopper village. Second, Bapu Glacier has an elevation of 3,344 meters. Also, Bapu Glacier is situated northwest of Fair Pari, west of Rush Lake. Also, Hopper village is the base camp of Bapu Glacier.
से कभी मेरी अखियों की सुन Every time I look into your eyes I see my paradise.
Summer is the perfect time to visit Hopper Valley. Hopper Valley boasts famous glaciers as well as mountain peaks. It includes the following peaks. Golden Peak is popular for high degree altitude, with an elevation of 7,027 meters, 23,054 feet. You can also enjoy the view of Rakaposhi from here. Balta Peak is where the Hopper Glacier starts from. Its elevation is 7,126 meters, 23,379 feet. We learned that the villagers store their food in an underground fridge. Creating an underground fridge without electricity, often known as a Zir pot or pot-in-pot refrigerator, is a simple and ingenious way to keep perishables cool in areas with limited access to electricity, like in the Hopper Valley. The way this works is that as the moisture from the sand evaporates, it draws heat from the inner pot, where your items are stored, effectively cooling its contents. The underground environment helps maintain a relatively stable, cool temperature. Beneath the midday sun's tender gaze, as our nourishing repast drew to a close, and prior to our return to the hotel's embrace, we found ourselves serenaded by a village boy, who gifted us the ethereal strains of a traditional Burushaski melody.
मुझे प्यार हुआ था इकरार हुआ था